Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation, and I am in the Act Zaku Commander Type. Unlike the standard Act Zaku, it can equip a bazooka. It has the choice of the Rikdom 2's Giant Bazooka Kai, or what I'm using here, the Dom Tropin's Rakaten Bazooka, which was, I believe, a weekly points prize. And it's pretty good. It has a very large area of effect, as it should, since it uses 880mm shells. And it only has five shells in a magazine and a fairly lengthy reload time, but luckily the Act Zaku Commander also has double Heat Hawks, and we're talking the large Heat Hawks here, so it can be pretty good. I don't use it particularly well here and keep getting tackled, and I'm dead. But it's a pretty good machine. This was a level 1 room and I hadn't really developed it or used it before, so that is, not often a good recipe. Got an interesting... oh, I am so sorry, Salty. Got an interesting combination of mobile suits on the enemy team here. They've got both a Gym Guard custom, and I think it's the... it's either the G-Line Assault type or the Pale Rider Durahan, which has the same shield as the Gym Guard and I think it's a Heat Lance, actually. I don't think it's a beam weapon. Whatever it is, it was interesting because I believe they even showed up in similar identical color schemes, so you couldn't tell what you were fighting against at any given moment. Which is a shame because the Gym Guard, of course, would take significantly more damage from my attacks than the Pale Rider would. So, yeah. Interesting tactic. And yes, something you will probably want to know, because Seraphic Zero was giving me some tips on how to use this beforehand. Do not expect to get a second melee combo off after you knock something down. This has very lengthy recharge period on its melee, so switch to grenades or even bazooka if you have to get any extra hits in on a downed enemy. The problem with that long recharge is that if they stun you or otherwise interrupt your melee attack, it counts, and you will have to wait through that long recharge to get any further hits in. That can be a bother. So, oops, so sorry. Yeah, and that's the other thing. This is such a confined space, this stage, Jaburo Assault Mode stage. We kind of keep blundering into each other, and I keep getting people caught in my melee, which is not a good thing. But, apologies if you hear noise in the background. Angelique Damon and Istvan82 are playing Final Fantasy XIV together, and that's usually entertaining to hear in the background, but also loud. So yeah, I got myself surrounded and killed again. That's been like my thing the last couple of days. I'm not really aware enough of my surroundings. I kind of home in on one target and stop looking at anything else around me, which is a great recipe for getting killed. So, we're doing okay. They've got a small lead on us that I believe ends up expanding. I don't think we win this one, but I don't remember. Maybe. It's pretty close in the end. But the Gym Guard is doing a pretty good job of keeping me locked down, along with, I think that's the Pale Rider Durahan behind it, so... I can never remember if that's... I've seen it translated as Durahan and Dullahan, depending. It is not a native Japanese word, so one of those is correct, and I don't remember which. But it was Dullahan back in Final Fantasy VI, which is one of my favorite games of all time. So that's the one I usually go with, but then it was Durahan and Monster Rancher, so that's stuck in my head too. I think also Durahan in Castlevanias. So it is a real, well, quote-unquote real fictional / mythological creature that gets referenced in a lot of Japanese popular culture. I can even speak sometimes, but it's just not going so well for me tonight. I'm trying to keep this thing locked down so I can kill it, but it counter-tackled me because I was getting one-track minded about it. But the good news is, yeah, I got the assist after whoever killed it, after it killed me, killed it. That's a mouthful. But yeah, I was not, like I said, I was not using this super effectively. I was getting in people's way, especially Zero. He said I saved a couple of people's lives here, but I managed to get that thing. I think that was the Gym Guard again, or maybe the Durhan. At any rate, it was one of those two. Saw the sniper, was trying to run interference with it, but got interrupted by the people who were keeping right on us. They had a really good strategy here. Managed to time for the kill shot. Hope I didn't knock Salty over. Apologies if I did. And got a good shot in. One of the problems I've had is that I've never stayed upright long enough after my melee to combo into the grenades, but such is life. But we believe the weekly point promo, by the way, ends at the end of the month, so if there's any mobile suits on that list you've been wanting to get, it might behoove you to play some extra or do some high game rounds or whatever, because I don't know how or if they'll be available afterwards. As it is, I'm like in the 800s. I might actually get the Agu guy at 1,000 points before it's all said and done, but since there's only a few days left, I don't know. If I do, I'll try it, because it's interesting. I understand that its Vulcans have the same kind of staggering effect that the Zaku HC's leg missiles do. That's an interesting concept. And since it's also a stealth type like the original Agi, that could be really neat to try. Of course, firing dropped your stealth, but that's life. Got blindsided by the... there's a Mudrock on the team that is really, really very good at keeping me pinned down. Fortunately, he was too far out to knock me over with that dagger. I missed him. He didn't miss me. That's pretty much the story of this round for me. But luckily, Salty had my back, so I decided... I saw Zero down with very few hit points. Decided I'd try to bail him out. It didn't work out, and the round is over. But I tried. I really did. Like I said, was not at the top of my game last night, but I had a few good rounds. I'm pretty much anything that's not really, that I'm not terrible in, or that wasn't, is a boring disaster as opposed to an interesting disaster, I've put away. I'm going to try and keep Gundam Battle Operation going to some degree with videos, even when the game is gone. Like I said, I'm banking things to hopefully keep that up. So hopefully we will get to see videos of a dead game, going forward into the future. And in terms of other things I'm doing for when this is gone, I hope you check out Dead Cells on my channel. That's a new Metroidvania type thing with procedurally generated elements and a Dark Souls kind of progression where you're basically killing things to get permanent upgrades, and then you have to start over. It's really fun. It's really interesting. I'm going to be playing more and recording more soon, hopefully. I really like it. And, of course, I'm doing the occasional toy review as well. There should be a few of those coming soon. So, but yes, May 31st is the last day for the shop in Gundam Battle Operation. We're told everything may go to points afterwards. If they do that a certain way, you may be able to access things with your US account you couldn't before. So, fingers crossed and good luck to everybody. But that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation. We'll be back soon with more. Until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later!